It started on a cold December morning, the kind of morning when the air bites your skin and memories feel heavier than the bags you carry. Ethan Cole clutched a worn-out duffel bag close to his chest as he stepped into the airport terminal, his boots echoing softly against the tiled floor. His jacket was old, faded from years of use, and the name patch, Cole, E., was barely visible anymore. To most people, he looked like just another tired janitor traveling home for the holidays. No one knew that underneath that patched-up sleeve was a story carved in scars, pain, and unspoken honor. If you believe in kindness, respect, and second chances, take a moment right now, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And tell us in the comments where you're watching from, because stories like this remind us that every person we pass by might be fighting battles we know nothing about. Ethan wasn't supposed to be in first class that day. He had used every last bit of his saved-up airline miles to visit his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, in San Diego. But when he got to the gate, the agent told him there had been a mix-up, and somehow, his ticket had been upgraded. It felt like a small miracle, one that life rarely gave him. After losing his wife 3 years ago to cancer and spending every night since working double shifts as a school janitor, miracles were few and far between. As he boarded the plane, he walked through rows of polished shoes, designer luggage, and the soft hum of luxury. The first-class cabin smelled of perfume and expensive coffee. He took his seat quietly, near the window, and looked down at his hands rough, calloused, and scarred. He hoped no one would notice him. But life, as it often did, had other plans. Not 10 minutes later, a flight attendant approached him with a forced smile. "Sir," she whispered, trying to keep her tone polite but failing, "I think you might be in the wrong seat." Ethan fumbled for his ticket, showing it to her with confusion. But before she could say anything more, a sharply dressed businessman in a tailored suit leaned over and scoffed, "Yeah, right. First class? You can smell the janitor on him." A few passengers chuckled under their breath, pretending not to notice. Ethan's face flushed with shame. He had faced fire, fear, and blood before, but this humiliation, this quiet judgment, cut deeper than any bullet wound. He stood slowly, apologizing though he had done nothing wrong. The attendant didn't stop him. The passengers looked away. He began walking toward economy, clutching his old duffel tightly against his chest, trying to swallow the lump in his throat. But as he passed the cockpit, a voice called out sharply, "Hold on." Everyone turned. The pilot, tall, square-jawed, and still wearing his headset, stepped out into the aisle. His eyes narrowed as he looked at Ethan's left forearm, where the sleeve of his jacket had slightly rolled up, revealing a faded tattoo, a trident piercing through a skull with wings. The insignia of the United States Navy SEALs. The pilot's face went pale. He froze, his hand tightening around the doorframe. The cabin fell silent as passengers exchanged confused glances. Slowly, the pilot removed his cap, his voice trembling slightly as he said, "Sir, is that Team 6? Ethan hesitated, unsure how to respond. He hadn't spoken of those years in a long time, the missions that never made headlines, the brothers he'd lost. Finally, he just nodded once. The pilot's eyes softened instantly. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said, turning toward the passengers, his voice steady but full of emotion. "This man right here isn't just a janitor. He's a hero. And if you knew what that tattoo meant, you'd stand before him in silence and gratitude." Ethan stood frozen, unsure how to react as the entire first-class cabin shifted from judgment to shock. The businessman who had mocked him stared at his shoes. The attendant's lips trembled. Slowly, one passenger stood and began to clap. Then another. And another. Within seconds, the entire cabin was on its feet, applauding. Ethan's eyes glistened. He hadn't heard applause in years, not since the day he was quietly discharged and told that some missions were better left unspoken. The pilot motioned for Ethan to return to his seat. "You're exactly where you belong," he said quietly. "And as long as I'm flying this plane, no one will tell you otherwise." Ethan sat back down, this time unable to hold back his tears. He looked out the window, the clouds glowing gold in the morning sun. Memories flooded back, his team, the sacrifices, the long nights holding Lily after her mother's passing. All he had ever wanted was to live quietly, to raise his daughter with dignity, to clean floors at night and dream of a better life for her. But in that moment, he realized something profound: honor doesn't fade. It just hides beneath humility until someone reminds the world what it truly looks like. Hours later, as the plane touched down, the pilot asked Ethan to wait. When everyone had disembarked, he stepped out and saluted him, a salute of respect, not for rank, but for character. "My father served with Team 6, the pilot said softly. He told me heroes don't boast. They build. They sacrifice. They endure. You did all three." Ethan nodded, his throat tightening with emotion. Outside the terminal, as he walked toward the arrivals gate, Lily came running toward him, her small backpack bouncing behind her. "Daddy," she cried, hugging him tightly. He lifted her up, smiling through his tears. The pain, the shame, the years of loneliness, they melted away in that one embrace. Somewhere behind him, the businessman who had mocked him earlier approached quietly. Without a word, he handed Ethan a folded note before disappearing into the crowd. Ethan opened it later, sitting on a bench. It read, "I'm sorry. I judged you before I knew you. You reminded me what real strength looks like." That night, as Lily fell asleep in his arms, Ethan looked out the window of their small apartment. The stars shimmered faintly, like the memories of old comrades watching over him. He realized that sometimes life strips you of titles, medals, and uniform, but it can never take away the courage that built them. If this story touched your heart, if you believe that humility, sacrifice, and silent strength still matter, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us tell more stories that honor unsung heroes like Ethan Cole, who live among us quietly, changing the world one act of grace at a time. And before you go, tell us in the comments below, what does true respect mean to you? Because sometimes, it's not found in medals or money, but in the quiet dignity of a man who never stopped serving, even when the world stopped seeing.